You can imagine a presidential decision, and somebody is in the presidential council, and the decision is about to be taken against his congregation. And he stands up and says, Mr. President, I want to let you know publicly that it is my people and my church you are talking about. That was what Esther did. It is my people they want to kill. And the king said, except you are not from there. That is the only way they can kill your people. You alone have saved the whole people. Hey! That is the power of influence. That is why it is important to refuse to be on the floor. Refuse to be on the ground. Because there may be a destiny you can change. There may be a community you can deliver. There may be a nation, a territory you can deliver by your being at the relevant places of influence, relevant places of authority. There is something God will use you to do that he couldn't have done from outside. That is why I believe that God will put good people in politics at the right places and right positions. Position people at the right places in authority, so that when demonic legislation is being made against people and against the church, people can stand up and say, no, this cannot be. And the worst thing that can happen to anybody is to be in the place where you can influence decisions and say nothing. And say nothing. It's the worst thing that can happen to anybody. Am I communicating at all? A person who got in prison because of his conviction is better than a person who is alive in cowardice. It's free. Am I communicating at all? That was what Joseph of Arimathea did. You have crucified Jesus Christ. He did you people nothing. And now, what else do you want? I want his body. He went to Pilate. Matthew chapter 27, from verse 57. He went to Pilate and demanded. When the evening was come, there came a rich man of Arimathea named Joseph, who also himself was Jesus' disciple. And he went to Pilate. The word beg is the word demanded the body of Jesus. Then Pilate commanded, and it was delivered. The Bible said, when the evening was come, Joseph of, back up to verse 57. He was Jesus' disciple. The question is, where was Peter at this time? He has denied Sote. His son were crying. Where is Judas Iscariot? He sold him and went and hung himself. Where is Thomas? He's doubting permanently. Everybody was on their own. But this one, who was a man of authority, a rich church member, a wealthy worker, a billionaire minister, you will never be poor. You will never be little. You will never be small. If you are a believer, shout the loudest amen. You need to be in authority to speak to authorities. Shout the loudest amen. Godly influence is good. A Christian man gave me a check. He's not a member of this church. And they took the check to the bank. And the bank returned the check. So I drew his attention and said, the check you gave was returned. He said, what? So he printed his account balance and sent. He said, this account is in 8 zeros. Check cannot bounce. Current. He spoke to the MD of the bank. He said, I will close that account now. He says, not from us. We are sorry. We are sorry. He said, you know what? We will take draft there. Tell us where to take it to. That is. It's not about. Let the authorities send the people to take draft to the recipient. So he said, I would have closed the account today. You know, there are accounts that are not easily closable. Everybody involved in that transaction will be affected, including the manager. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm talking about stepping into a realm where you are not talking to the boys, you are talking to the boss. Hey! If you are saying amen, say it like a believer. If you are saying amen, say it like a believer. Lift your right and say, I am going up and I must remain up. Nothing can pull me down. I am influencing my generation positively, and I will influence it from the top. I cannot be in the pit.